Welcome everyone, my name is Joelle and today I'm going to be taking you through a 10-minute full body stretch, perfect for beginners or anyone who just wants a nice gentle start to the day. So let's get started in child's pose. You can bring the big toes together to touch, widening the knees as much as you would like, and then folding the upper body forwards as we walk the hands out in front of us. You can settle the forehead down in the direction of the mat and take a few breaths here, allowing the breath to be smooth and steady in and out through the nose. Maybe taking a brief moment to thank yourself today for rolling out your mat and starting the day with a good stretch. And then start to walk your hands back, but only slightly here, so that we can then take our left arm and weave it underneath the right, coming towards a twisted child's pose. So you might lift the right hand up onto fingertips. The left side of the head is resting down towards the mat. And we'll simply switch sides, coming through center. Bringing the left hand up onto fingertips as you weave the right arm underneath the body, palm of the hand facing up. And then coming back through center once more, and this time lifting all the way up, and we'll meet in hands and knees. So spreading the fingers nice and wide, let's take just one traditional cat and cow. Inhaling to arch through the spine, lifting the crown of the head, lifting the tailbone. And then exhale, really push the mat away with those fingertips as you round through the entire back. Bring yourself back to neutral, and this time we'll curve the spine towards the side. So start to bring your right shoulder and right hip closer together, finding length in the left side body, and then swiveling yourself over towards the other side. Left hip and shoulder getting closer. Let's try just one more like that, a more unusual motion. Allow yourself to feel what it's like for you today. And over towards the other side. And then back to center once more. Looking roughly at where your right hand is, replace that hand with your right foot, taking a little step forwards and coming up onto fingertips on both hands. So both hands are towards the inside of the right foot, and we'll start to trace some circles here with our hips. So just taking them around in one direction, waking up through the hips, waking up into the front ankle a little bit as well. And then turn those circles around, take them in the other direction. Bring yourself back to center, flatten your left palm against the mat, bring the right palm onto that front knee, coming into our second twist here, looking over that top shoulder. And if you'd like to back up that left knee, you could certainly do so, taking a longer stride. Great job. You can replant those right fingertips. We're coming back towards hands and knees. So making your way there, we have one more cat and cow here to reset between sides. Inhaling to arch through the spine. And exhale to press away and round. Coming back through to neutral, taking a look at that left hand, bringing it ever so slightly in as we step the left foot forward, finding that short lunge, coming up onto both sets of fingertips to begin tracing those hip circles, exploring that range of motion this morning. And then take them back the other way. Flatten your right palm, bring the left hand onto your front knee, twisting to look towards the sky. Maybe you take that back knee back a little bit further. And then on the exhale, returning both hands to the mat, returning yourself to all fours, and start to tap your wrists with your knees. So getting little abdominal crunches in. Different ways of waking up our abdominals in the morning that don't necessarily involve sit-ups. I like these better, personally. Let's just take 2 more to each side. Last time. Very nice. Let's hook the toes of both feet. Come towards a standing forward fold near the top of your mat. So take a couple of steps forwards here. Really allow yourself to be heavy in the direction of the legs, bending gently through the knees. Maybe swaying yourself a little bit forwards and back a few times. And then slowly press into the feet, roll your way all the way up to stand. Head and neck are the very last thing to rise. Bringing the legs together now. Catch hold of your left wrist with your right hand as we take a little side bend over towards the right. And then simply switching, left hand holds right wrist as we lean left. Rising back up to center, both arms reaching tall, bend into the left leg as you take a big step back with that right foot, finding this high lunge. And then bring both arms out in front of you and pull the right arm back, finding our third twist of the practice, maybe taking your gaze back towards those right fingertips. And then sweep that arm forwards once more. Transfer your weight towards your front foot as we stand up and pull the right knee in towards the chest and raise the arms. Holding here for just a moment of balance, and then set that foot down. Take a big step back with your left foot, finding that high lunge on the second side. The feet are on train tracks here, so one foot is not directly in front of the other. They're about hips width apart. Bring the arms out in front of you. Pull that left elbow back and straighten the left arm behind you. Maybe your gaze goes with it. Return that arm and your gaze out in front of you. Push down into your right foot to lift your left knee up in towards the chest. Great job. Set the left foot down. We'll take a little flow here to find the mat. Inhaling to bring the arms up overhead. Palms can touch. Exhale, dive your heart forwards and release. Take a breath here. On the inhale, bring your fingertips to your shins, straighten up just halfway. Crown of the head reaching forwards. And then exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, and step it back to a high plank. Knees can be up or down here. Pressing back through the heels if your knees are lifted. And then slowly lowering yourself all the way down to the mat. On the inhale, lift the heart. Looking forwards, little cobra here. And exhale, child's pose. Right back where we started. So again, the knees can widen, the big toes to touch. Maybe the knees widen a little bit further than they did the first time. And just notice if anything has changed from this first child's pose to now. And start to walk the hands back, coming to take a comfortable seat near the center of your mat. We'll finish off with just a little bit of wrist stretching. Making a fist with both hands with your thumb to the inside of the other fingers and tracing a few circles around in one direction. And then the other. Hands that will do so much for us today, and just open the fingers wide and close the fists a few times. Let's just take that for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give your hands a little bit of a shake. Allow them to rest down wherever they land. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath in to grow tall. And a deep breath out to relax. And then let's bring the palms together in front of your heart. Blink the eyes open. Allow yourself a smile for completing this practice and getting the best start possible to your day. And I do hope that you enjoyed this one. I would love to know in the comments if you'd like more classes of this nature. Please do subscribe so that we can meet again on the mat soon, and have a wonderful day.